Disclaimer: this video is intended for informational and educational purposes only. The content discussed involves real-life criminal cases and may include sensitive topics such as violence, disappearance, and death, which may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. All information presented is based on publicly available sources and is not intended to accuse or defame any individual or entity. Everyone mentioned in this video is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This video does not encourage speculation or harassment toward anyone involved in the case. Please be respectful in the comments and mindful of the real people affected by these events. Sudiksha Konanki, a 20-year-old University of Pittsburgh student from Chantilly, Virginia, vanished on March 6, 2025 during a spring break trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. A dedicated and ambitious individual, Sudiksha was pursuing a career in medicine, aiming to become an emergency room surgeon. She graduated from the esteemed Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, reflecting her strong academic background. On the evening of March 5th, Sudiksha and her friends visited the Coco Bongo nightclub, a popular venue in Punta Cana. This is evidenced by a Venmo payment she made that referenced the club. After returning to their accommodation at the Rio Republica resort, Sudiksha and her group continued socializing. Surveillance footage from around 4:15 a.m. on March 6th shows Sudiksha entering the beach area with 7 other individuals. Among those present was Joshua Ribe, a 22-year-old senior at St. Rebusing Cloud State University in Minnesota, who had met Sudiksha earlier that evening. Ribe recounted that after consuming tequila shots, he and Sudiksha ventured into the ocean together. While in waist-deep water, a strong wave reportedly pulled them further out to sea. Ribe, a former lifeguard, claimed he managed to assist Sudiksha back towards the shore, but lost sight of her after he became ill from ingesting seawater. Friends and social circle. Sudiksha traveled to Punta Cana with 5 female friends from the University of Pittsburgh. These friends have been actively involved in the search efforts and have provided statements to local authorities. They reported that after returning to the resort from the nightclub, the group gradually dispersed, with some heading to their rooms and others remaining on the beach. Notably, most of the group had returned to the hotel by 5:50 a.m., except for Ribe, who returned around 9 a.m. Investigation and current status. Local authorities, with assistance from international agencies, have conducted extensive search operations, including aerial and underwater searches. Despite these efforts, no significant evidence has been found. Ribe has been questioned multiple times, with reports indicating inconsistencies in his accounts. On March 6th, Konanki's friends reported her missing around 4 p.m., followed by a separate report made by her father to the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office approximately 2 hours later. Earlier that day, a power outage struck the resort at 1:27 a.m., potentially explaining why Konanki might have been near the beach during the night. The blackout, which lasted until the early morning, disabled the resort's lights, security systems, and surveillance cameras, leaving the area poorly monitored. Normally off-limits after dark, the beach area was unattended due to the power disruption, further compromising safety, as reported by Dominican Today. Last known interactions authorities have identified Ribe, a 22-year-old student at St. Cloud State University, as a person of interest, though they stressed he is not a suspect. He is believed to be the last individual to have seen Konanki before she disappeared. Ribe recounted that he and Konanki had gone for a swim, but he began feeling unwell and eventually collapsed on the sand. Before losing consciousness, he heard Konanki say she was going to retrieve their belongings, which had drifted away from their spot. He described her as still waiting in shallow water, walking at an angle. "The last moment I saw her, I asked if she was all right," Ribe said. "I didn't catch her response because I started vomiting all the seawater I'd swallowed." Although Ribe is said to be cooperating with investigators, he has reportedly declined to answer several crucial questions, repeatedly responding with, My lawyers advised me not to answer that question, and I follow their advice. As of Friday, Ribe is being monitored around the clock on the island, although authorities have not restricted his travel back to the United States. When approached by journalists near the luxury resort, Ribe responded briefly, "I'm sorry, I can't say anything, not right now," according to the Daily Mail. While early speculation suggested Konanki may have drowned, officials announced on Wednesday that foul play has not been ruled out, though no formal charges have been filed at this point. Until that announcement, the case had only been handled as a missing person investigation. Despite the growing scrutiny, Reeb's loved ones continue to defend him, asserting that he is incapable of harming anyone and describing him as someone who wouldn't hurt a fly. However, he has not been officially named a suspect. The investigation remains active, with authorities exploring all possible leads to determine Sudiksha's whereabouts. And that is all we know for now. Thank you for your support. Make sure to subscribe and like.